Hello, everybody. Welcome to my women's basketball rantings. This is where I give my thoughts about the happenings in the women's game. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below. I put episode notes down in case you want to skip to any part that interests you. If you're still listening, welcome. If you're not, welcome. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to be talking about the NCAA women's basketball season. It has started and it is exciting. So I'm just going to do my recap of the first week so far and exciting games of the week as always, and what I think of, the teams in the AP top 25. Okay, so let's start with the week breakdown. So I did not watch all the games. I just watched, some games that interest me. And of course, I followed some of the interesting highlights on social media. And will I say there were some really good parts of it. So the first one, of course, is the the craziest. I wouldn't say it's crazy, but it was kind of funny, really. The upset for LSU and Colorado, which makes sense as they are the number one team. Did I expect them to get upset? Maybe, I don't know. I definitely expected them to play better, but I also know Colorado is not a bad team. I've really been so impressed with them. Sherrod is fantastic, and they've just been together for so long. While LSU has some new parts, Eli Van Leeds, Alisa Morrow, and Michaela, the new freshman. So there's some new parts that are just trying to gel along with Angel Reese, who is their superstar. They have Flo J, who is also like a star. So they have so many stars. So it takes a while for them to gel. It reminds me of New York Liberty and their first game against Washington Mystics, where they were blown away and they ended up making it to the finals. So I wouldn't count LSU out just yet. It was just a very embarrassing situation for them, if I say so myself. I felt they were just embarrassed. And sometimes you just have to be embarrassed, sometimes just to bring you down a peg. So that was a fun one. Another game I found really interesting was the USC versus Ohio State. Ohio State, I don't know, they have like a place in my heart because they kicked UConn out of the national championship last year. So they kind of have a space in my heart as like a good team. I believe they're a good team, but like for UConn, for them to beat UConn, although UConn was not UConn last year, if everybody is keeping it, kosher. But for them to beat UConn, that's really something. And they did make it to the Elite Eight. So I really think they are a good team. They have an identity and they stick to that identity. And they are ranked number 7. So I really wasn't expecting USC to win that game. But then USC has Juju. And another reason why I watched that game was because, Juju for number 1 pick. I've really not been impressed with all the number 1 picks so far. The only number 1 pick I've been impressed with has been Paige Beckers. For the past 3 seasons, the second pick was, I think, was it not Izzy Ford? Everybody knows I'm not impressed with Izzy Ford as a number 1 pick. I mean, she's a good player, but like as a number 1 pick, maybe not. And then they have Kiki Rice is good, but like, are you like generational? I don't know yet. And then, of course, we have Juju. So I was like, let's see what's going to happen. But I think she's the real deal. I really believe like she might just be on Paige Becker's level when it comes to like impact, the way she plays, her leadership, the way she composes herself on the floor, a level of experience at that age. I believe she definitely has what it takes. And I believe she'll definitely make some noise with USC this season. So I'm definitely interested in watching USC because of Juju. I like her. I like her game. I like that game. The little I watched, I liked. Of course, then I also watched South Carolina Notre Dame. That was very interesting because I honestly didn't know who was going to win that game. South Carolina is kind of going through a rebuild because of their new parts that they just added this year. I don't think they brought back anybody like they completely lost their starting 5, basically. And they now add, some new freshmen, some transfers, things like that. So I really didn't expect them to be so like really good. But then I should have known that Dawn Staley was like she's a good recruiter, she's a good coach. She definitely knows how to put her team together. And I'm sure she's relishing the challenge of, building a new starting 5 from scratch. So that's always very interesting. So what I saw, I loved. While Notre Dame, they weren't that great, honestly. I mean, they started strong. Honestly, they just didn't look put together. And I understand why, because of Olivia Miles. I believe one of the reasons why I love Notre Dame was because of Olivia Miles. She just makes the right decisions. She seems to know where everybody is. I really believe she's like going to be one of the greatest point guards that has ever played the game when all is said and done. If she plays, like if her career is long, like, and she doesn't have any injury troubles, I believe she's going to be great. So so I didn't really expect much from them. But then I didn't really know much about their freshman, the addition to the team. That's Anna Hidalgo. I mean, she dropped 31 points. Come on. She's like, she's something else. She might be of the new freshman in South Carolina, well, Malaysia, Hawaii. Yeah. Another, some really good freshmen. So those were the games I watched. I liked them. It was great. I really enjoyed the first day. And of course, going into the first week, I watched Tennessee and Florida State yesterday. I really expected Tennessee to win, but I mean, Florida State has some really good players like Tanaya Latson, she's a sophomore, but she had a great freshman campaign. So I mean, they have some good talent. So yeah, I could see them upsetting Tennessee. Sometimes Tennessee just plays weird. They're not that great, honestly. They're good, but I mean, anything can beat them on any given night. So that's it for the games I watched. And let's talk about this freshman class. I mean, it's strong. It's strong. It's probably one of the strongest in a while, honestly. I mean, most freshman classes, you have like one player or two players, maybe three really good players, like the 2024 freshman class that you had Pitch Beckers, you had Levan Leeds, you had Cameron Brink, you had quite a number of really good ones. Then as the fourth set, I really didn't see anybody that really sparked my interest. But this year, I mean, there are some really good players that are coming up. And we have Juju Atkins, of course. We have Hidalgo, for Wasia. You have for Michaela. You have the one in LSU. And I've seen their game. I mean, I wasn't familiar with their game, but I mean, their game is good. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for this season and see how it all shakes up. It's all interesting to watch how they gel and all that. And even UConn has some really good freshmen. Even though, like I said, I don't think UConn freshmen are going to be like, wow, oh my God, you're the best. Because, they already have some really good players, but they're just going to be a very good complementary piece. And then next year, we'll really, really see what they can do. But definitely have my eye on KK Arnold. Yeah, she's looking good. She's looking really good. And also this lady, Candace Samuels also. I mean, underrated, but, she knows how to play. And she's very composed. I also like her vibe. She's like, reminds me of Caroline Duchamp, but like better than Caroline Duchamp, kind of. So good stuff all around. I'm very impressed so far with this season, and I can't wait for how it unfolds. So let's talk about the next part, which is the AP Top 25, and my thoughts about them. All right, so let's start from the top. LSU. Apart from the embarrassment that they had in their opening game, I honestly don't think LSU is that bad. I believe they did deserve to be number one, just by the amount of people they brought into the roster. And of course, give it time. They have big personalities. The coach is a big personality. They have so many like Eli Van Leet and all that. So while it was embarrassing that they lost their first game, it was interesting. I'm happy it happened, kind of, because it just brought them back to earth a little bit. And who knows, they could just go back and win the championship if they get their themselves together and they play together and they know that they are here for just one reason, not to show off, not to do anything. They are here to win a championship back to back. And if they play well, coach, I mean, Chimolki does what she does and coaches them really, really well. They're unselfish. I believe they can do things, make things happen. UConn, number 2. Do they deserve to be number 2? Honestly, I don't know. Well, I know people will come for me, but I don't know. I don't think they are proven yet that they are a number 2 team in the country. What I saw, I watched the opening exhibition, which was just an exhibition game. I really don't take those seriously, but they look good. And then I watched the dating, which I mean, it's okay, but dating is like not even in top 25. They are still up and coming. So I don't think I've seen like. I'm not convinced. I think that's the right word. And I need to see more to be convinced. I would like to see NC State, even though NC State is also not the NC State that you would like it to be. But I like to see what they do with some of their players. I believe the fact that they don't have a big like two bigs. They have only Alia Edwards. She's a fantastic big, but like you need another backup. That could hurt them, and so they are really going small. There are some good players with Paige coming back and all that. I've just not seen it. I mean, Paige is coming back to boy to take time before she gets into her groove. So that could be a problem. But all in all, it's not bad. It's not a bad roster. Should they be number 2? Maybe not. I mean, I don't see anybody better than them at number 2. So yeah, why not? Why can't they be number 2? But I need to see more for me to know if for sure there'll be, a Final Four team this year. All right, let's move to Iowa. Iowa is the Caitlin Clark show. I watched their game against Virginia Tech yesterday. It was there. Caitlin Clark went for 44 points. It was nice to watch. But after a while, it just gets boring. I love Caitlin Clark. I love the babe. She's fantastic. She knows how to score. But it just gets boring. The reason why I like Sue Bird, which everybody knows is my favorite player, is because she is not selfish. Like, she passes to her teammates. She's about, the win, but not just the win for me, the win as a team. So it's not just about, I want to win, but she wants the team to feel like they won. Do you get, like, it's not just, Caitlin Clark won this game for us. Do you know? It's like we won this game together. So that's what I like when I watch like a Sue Bird kind of player. And another really good point guard like Chelsea Gray also. She's I'm a good player, I can score, I can do this, and I can even take over. But I want my team I want us to win together. So they are in it together. So it's like, can you score here? Can you score there? Is this a place for you to shine? Things like that. But it just seemed like it was more like the Caitlin Clark show. And after a while, those things get boring because you really don't highlight what other team members can do. And now that Tinano is not there, it's now really, really the Caitlin Clark show. So I really hope that they play together more. But from what I saw, it was just give the ball to Caitlin Clark, and if possible, at all costs, even though she's like shooting 100 on like she shot 13 of 31. That's crazy. That's a lot of shots. So so that's what. And then the teammates, most possessions, they don't even have the ball. They just feel really left out. And I feel they should work on that. But other than that, Caitlin Clark is fantastic. Love the babe. And Iowa, I like Iowa. They're cool. I have nothing against them. UCLA, good addition to the team. They have Lauren Burt and first overall pick last year that I was not impressed with. That maybe that's why she ran away from Stanford. And then we have Kiki Rice, who is good, but like I said, I'm still not impressed. Charisma Osborne. They have a good team. They definitely have potential. I've not seen them play yet. So maybe if I see them play, I'll see what's going on there. But I like the team, and they've shown that they can make things happen. I mean, they won. They did not win, but they upset Stanford last year. That was interesting. And then they lost to Washington. Come on. I'm still embarrassed for them. So hopefully they turn things around. But I like them. I'm definitely interested in watching them play. Utah, I don't know much about them. Can't talk about them. South Carolina is a good team. I believe they should be higher. I believe they should be number 3. Not because, like I said, they lost half of their starting lineup, but they do have this lady. I can't remember her name. The lady that is really, really tall. Cardoso, she's really good. Like, really good. Like, it's like she's really up that game from what I saw. I know last year was like the Aliyah Boston, Sarah Cook, and things like that. So she was coming in as backup. But this year, this is our team. This is who she is. Like, she has she might not have the fancy moves of the Aliyah Boston, but she definitely has the raw material to make things happen. And I believe she can. And I believe they should build, their offense around her because she's really tall. And a tall person that knows how to be tall, like to use their tallness to their advantage, like someone like a Brittany Griner kind of person. I mean, you are unstoppable. So I believe South Carolina is definitely going to be good this year. I'm happy for them. Ohio State, I really don't know much about them. Virginia Tech, I really enjoyed what I saw last night. But I mean, Iowa still won, so whatever. Georgia Amo is fantastic. I can't wait to see WNBA. She's so good. She is so good. Oh my god. And she's so like humble. She smiles. I'm just impressed with her. Like, she's such a great player. I just like her, honestly. And then we have Elizabeth Kitley. I wasn't really impressed yesterday and things like that. Indiana, I don't know much about them, so I really can't say much. Notre Dame, I love Notre Dame because of Olivia Miles. Without Olivia Miles, I really don't like Notre Dame. But I'll watch some of their games just to see where they are at and how Anna Hidalgo can really help them, make things happen this year. And then we moved to Tennessee. I really don't care about Tennessee. Rickea Jackson, honestly, I think she should have left. It just feels like, there's really nothing, like, there's nothing to prove. You're not going to win the national championship. Is there a possibility? Yeah, you're playing. It just like she's good, but the team is not the best. I just feel she can put her talents to better use in WNBA, and she would have really come out as one of the top draft picks last year. So yeah, it's nothing really fancy. I would really like to watch Ole Miss. They lost yesterday to Oklahoma. So yeah, whatever. But I like their coach, so I'll watch them. I love Texas because of Ramon. I haven't seen them play this year, but I definitely love them. Maryland, I love Maryland. That's my team. Another of my team. I love Shine Sellers. I like their coach. They play weird sometimes, but I love their offense. They are definitely an offensive team. I love a good offensive team. So I'll definitely watch them this year, see what's happening there. Stanford, of course, Cameron Brink, always a pleasure. Definitely checking it out. And now that they've lost like almost all their staff, their roster, I want to see what they do with it and how they get back on track. Let's see how things shakes up. UNC, I really don't care. Louisville, after they lost 11 leads, honestly, I don't know who else is on the roster. Florida State, good team, very, very hungry. They have some really good players, so I definitely want to watch them. Baylor, yeah, I'll definitely follow Baylor. I like Baylor. Apart from their coach, I love Nikki. She's fantastic. And then they have this lady, Diana Edwards. I think she's ready to play ball this year. Last year she couldn't play. This year she can play. I love her vibes. I think she had 31 points, or she had a lot of points in their first game. I really don't know who else is there, but she's good to keep an eye on. I love her. Colorado, yeah, that's my team to watch this year. Colorado and USC, I love them. And I think they're in the same park. Pac-12. So it'd be nice to see them go head to head. Colorado is a great team. Like they have that Sherrod. Oh my god, I can't wait to see her in WNBA. She's going to be great. She's just fantastic. She has art. She just plays so well. She's such a good point guard. And then we have USC, of course. Juju. USC is my team. Definitely keep an eye on them this year. Creighton, I really don't know much about them. Illinois, I really don't know much about them. Washington State, I really don't know much about them. And Mississippi State, I honestly have no idea who they are. So yeah, so those are my top 25, my thoughts on top 25. I'm sure by next week everything is going to change. But so far I'm loving the start. I love college basketball. I like the WNBA, but it just gets so tiring sometimes because the games are so much. It's like 40 games, and you play a team like 100 times, just ridiculous. I like college because it's home and away. Keep it simple, keep it short, and then the rivalries and all that. It's always nice. So I'll try and cover it more. I make no promises because I'm quite busy. I'm having exams and all that. Sorry, not exams. Well, I will have exams, but I'm studying. I'm doing my master's, so I might not have time. I've been doing it for a while. So this is the final stretch. So I might not really have time, but I'll try. I do love the games, so I'll try to watch it when I can. So for the game of the week, let me see what is interesting. Okay, USC Florida Gulf Coast. Mark my calendar. Even though the time is terrible, I'm definitely watching that. I want to see what USC has to do. And Florida Gulf Coast, the 3-point shooting team. Let's see. Florida Gulf Coast might just win that game. Honestly, sleeper it. I like USC, but let's see how Juju carries them along. But of course, the hottest game of the season, really, right now, is 2 of them on Sundays. We have South Carolina, Maryland. It's going to be great. And NC State, UConn is always going to be great either. The reason why I love UConn and South Carolina, they always have great out-of-conference schedules. They have UConn, they have Duke, they have Maryland, they have NC State, they have Iowa. They have all the teams that you really want to interesting games, not all those boring. The schools are good, but Division 2 sometimes Division 3, sometimes some unranked university that nobody knows. Those type of games. Nobody wants to watch that. So I would stick to those ones, and then maybe Stanford, just to see what's going on there. What's happening there. And just watch some good ranked match up this this coming Sunday. So that's it for my recap of the first week in the NCAAW. I'm so looking forward to the season, like I said. So as always, Final Four predictions. My Final Four predictions, as of what I've seen so far, I'm going to give it to South Carolina because I liked what I saw. I'll give it to Florida State because why not? We need a wild card. I'll give Florida State. I'll definitely give it to UConn, and because I have nobody else to give it to, I'll give it to LSU because why not? They are number one. They have a roster, but I'd like to see more from them. Maybe next week I'll change my mind. But for now, that's the teams that I see making it all the way. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. Have a great day.